So welcome to my inspirational talk today, Darshan. And today I want to talk a little bit about the importance of physical discipline. A lot of us tend to overlook it, but that's the best way to have a deeper relationship with the physical body and bring it in harmony with the inner space. So a lot of us we work in the inner space, cleansing the mind, opening up the heart, but we forget that the body remembers all the things of the past, what we call cellular memory. And if you don't give attention to these cells and reprogramming them, nourishing them from that inner space, your body will be all over the place. And when you sit to meditate, it will show up. The body remembers all your emotional bouts, all the traumatic experiences. It remembers. And when you clear them from your mind, it takes time to clear them from the body and reprogram the body. Body is slower, it's physical. And cells need your attention. Cells are intelligent. They need your attention. The entire body needs your attention. That's why Patanjali, in his Ashtanga Yoga, 8 limbs, he made asana important. And he says the asana should bring you into steadiness and comfort. And then for those of you who study Hatha Yoga, Pradipika, it's a marvelous book on how to work with the body from the inner space. It speaks to the Kundalini energy, it speaks to the prana, pranayama, and it speaks to the asanas. It's a beautiful book, those of you who can access it. Hatha Yoga, Pradipika. And remember, these books were authored by enlightened souls, so they know what they're speaking about. Medical science is very slow to catch up. Of course, heavily influenced by the corporate giants. And they're very slow in picking up. So the mystical books needs to be understood. All the messages are there of how to bring balance to the body. So when you have deep traumatic experience, the body remembers. It's in the cranial brain. It's in the emotional brain. It's in the gut brain, and it's in every cell. And remember, gut brain is capable of neurotransmitters as well, serotonin, dopamine, and the rest. And so is the emotional brain. Those are the plexuses. The enteric nervous system is a big one, and you need the physical exercises, the vital exercises of pranayama and the mental field to reprogram them. And that's why we have a manas chakra. It's for that activity with the body. And what we tend to do in the meditation, we expect that the body will comply, but you have to train the body to comply. And that's why the exercises of yoga and qigong and tai chi are the best in training the subtle field with the gross field. And as you grow older, more attention needs to be given to this because the body system is weaker. All those of you who are over 40 need to think through this, change your habits. The body is still forgiving before that, but after that you have to cultivate that discipline that's required for the physical body. So balance is important. So in the meditation, you might hear me, you might hear my breathing. If you look, you will see me giving attention to the physical body, because from the space where I'm looking, I'm seeing everything. I'm witnessing everything. And then when I feel the physical body needs more air, I may come and just breathe differently. It is because I'm taking care of my physical. And simple exercises like conscious walking, mindful walking, mindful exercises. Unless you're young, you don't need all these deep strengthening exercises. the Tai Chi, the Qigong, the yoga, they're better as you grow older. For enough strength in the body and for overall development. I knew all of this for my 20s, but because I was young and vital in body, I give it little importance because I could dominate the body. But in my 50s and 60s, I had to be so much more careful. Even the 50s were forgiving to me because I had already engaged in, at 40, 39, I'd already engaged in the yoga practice a little more strongly. Now I'm deeply engaged in every level of being. And in the yoga, when I access the inner space and I'm filled with the bliss of the inner space, from the ecstatic prana, then I want to share that with the body. I keep a close attention on my physical body, and I do a microcosmic orbit for balance. That's the best thing. I combine the yoga process and the Qigong process, the Taoist process, and I absolutely enjoy the microcosmic orbit. And because I'm meridian conscious, it's so important. I just want to say to you that the morning hours, when the body is vulnerable, like when you just wake up from sleep, it might happen after 3, hopefully. And for those of you who are older, I hope that you don't oversleep. That from 3 onwards, the yogic wisdom is called Brahma Muhurt. It's the divine hour. And there the meridian 3 to 5 of the lung is active. So it's a wonderful time for pranayama and the asanas that facilitate that. 5 to 7 is the large intestine or intestine meridian. And that works more with the gut and excretion. And 7 to 9 is a stomach meridian, so that's when you tend to feel hungry, or should feel. And then in Ayurvedic wisdom, from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m., you have the Pitta dosha. So a lot of processing is happening there. That's what is happening when you're sleeping deeply. And from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m., you have the Vata dosha, which is the air. So you can see the similarity between these two systems, where light, inner light and outer light, creates a cycle. The light of the sun deeply affects us. The Ayurvedic wisdom looks at how we are influenced by the sun and the sun cycle. And the meridian ones look at the inner flow of energy and the inner light. And it's practically the same. So it's beautiful to see these ancient systems give us a circadian rhythm of the body based on light, based on energy. Such wisdom, we don't use it. So the early morning, which is a vulnerable hour, you should be up and you should be doing your breathing exercises, your meditation, and preparing for your day, which should start at 6. I mean, the seasons affect it, but I'm sure there's the wisdom in Ayurveda around the seasons. In the tropics, we just have 2 seasons here. The sunny one and the rainy one. And because here we're 11 degrees north of the equator, everything is almost balanced. Temperate regions, they have it more pronounced. So give attention to the body, to its reprogramming, to its need, and nourish it well from the inner space. So So here's where I will close my little inspirational talk to you. Of course, I would love to talk more, but here is where we'll close it. What can I say? It's a joy being with you. You nourish me, and hopefully I nourish you. Om Sahana Bhavatu. May we be protected together. Sahana Bhunaktu. May we be nourished together. Sahaviryam Karavavahe. May we be strengthened together. Tejas Vinavaditamastu. May we be held in wisdom together. Ma Vidvishavahe. May we always stay together, united in spirit. Om Shanti, peace. Shanti, peace. Shanti, peace. Let's have an amazing day, everyone. Namaskar.